welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the final cut of the horse. We're going to do the body and we're going to do the stand. The stand will be last, and we'll finish up with a little review of the model kit, my take on it, sort of my 2 cents, and what I think is the good points, the bad points, and maybe some flaws. We'll get into that at the end, though. So yeah, welcome back. We're going to be finishing the body, and we'll be finishing with the nice metal armature here, and just do a little last minute touching up with things as we go along. I got my files and my usual kits. Now, if anything goes wrong, I recommend, like, if there's, like, for example, if anything goes wrong with the legs here, these are big fat metal pegs here. It might be a little too fat. It might not really fit into the plastic part of the body, or here, this case, it might be a little tight. So I have the this grease here. I recommend you can get. You said a mini 4WD grease. It's white in color, and it worked pretty good with the legs, but I have that ready just in case things get a little tight with these pegs, because these are big metal pegs. Be a heavy kit. Okay, so let's get right down to it. So welcome back, everyone, and let me just check the sound. Okay, let me know if the audio background music is a little too loud. I'll turn it up about halfway so you can kind of enjoy that. And all right, let's get right to it. So here we go. So yeah, this kit is the High Play. It's by a Chinese company, and this kit is based on a character called Legend of the Star General, and it's based on a Chinese anime, or manga. Actually, it's based on a Chinese manga, and which was translated or transposed into anime, and the anime is just pretty much a ripoff of Japanese Gundam. If you want, we can take a look at that at the end, but we're okay. I think we don't need to take a look at that. You can find that yourself. It's not too interesting, actually. It's kind of just typical anime stuff. Okay, so let's build the body here. Here are all the parts required. I have it all set up. So let's go. So we got the metal armature, and we need, we got these big pieces here. We don't need those. And let's see. I think we're going to need all of these. So let's pull all this stuff out. These are really big pieces. They're already molded in skeleton gray, it says. Already dark gray. And what's going to happen is, with all of these model kit build live streams that I've done, always at first, like the first hour, it's pretty good. It goes smoothly. Then right around the beginning of hour 2, something goes tits up. Something goes wrong. Like always, and we get stuck. We reach a low point in the stream, and I really hate that when that happens, because it always happens every stream. Every stream I've done like this, it always gets stuck someplace. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it won't get stuck. Maybe it'll just go very, very smoothly. No problems. Okay, so we got MGJ. So let's. These are more of the outer parts. I'll keep that with the outer parts. As you can see here, the outer parts, they're loaded with slots. Lots and lots of slots, meaning you can just stack layers upon layers of armor on this. It looks like the leg armature goes right, the peg goes right in there. And there is no polycast parts. These are, I guess these are kind of polycast, I guess. You like the joints like this. Okay, let me set that. Those are all dark blue. And let me organize these so I can see. I already cut these. And if I need to file them for any reason, like get rid of the nubs, which you don't have to worry too much about in this model kit, because the nubbing you don't doesn't require that. Let's see. Okay, so this is gonna go. Okay, this is gonna go right. Just follow the contours. You can see how that goes. It's good that the rest of the kit here are really big pieces, easy to work with, no real small pieces of anything. And there you go. There's the first part. Very difficult. I already organized these by steps, and so the first few steps are taken care of here. Let's see. I always like to do that anyway. And then I'm gonna maybe talk about the kit I'm gonna start doing next week. I've already prepared for that. If you check me out on X, my X account is just Eric Thorson, EricThorson, and the picture is me playing guitar. So that should be pretty easy to find. Go check that out. I always update it almost every day about model kit things, political philosophy, and music stuff. And go check me out on X if you like this stream and like this content. Okay, so we continue on here. We got this side. We got this side. It looks like a bridge. So the peg, yeah, that goes in like that. Okay, you can see where the pegs go. Now it should go. That's correct. And the pegging should go into the. This should go. Let me try the other side because it's Now you can remove this middle part here, but why would you? Oh. Goes. Oh, wait a minute. That's interesting. Because wouldn't it go? No, it wouldn't go like that. But that goes in the. This is correct. Oh, does that hole? Does that cover? Let's see. This part. Okay, this goes here like that. Okay. Okay. And that goes together like that. There you go. Well, I'm so glad they gave the illustration there showing it the side portion of it. The side view. Okay, so now we put this on. That should go like this. There you go. Okay. No paint required for this. And the holes, I hope they're big enough to handle those pegs. Okay, looks like a gun. Okay. So now we finish off with the side pieces. And we have this giant... This thing here is for the character, Legend of the Star General, that goes on top. You can put it on top. You can mount the horse. But I am not going to do that. Let's see, one side here. Let's see the pegging. Well, that's the holes go on that side. How are we doing? Okay. Just checking the chat. Not much is going on. Also earn up to 1,500. Yeah, bot stream. Ah, okay. So this is going to go in here. That's going to go on top because you need that armor in the skeleton gray to fit all those. We need this exoskeleton. Well, this is the inner skeleton, and then the outer skeleton part, skeleton gray, is for the armor. You can see all the slots that's going to go in there. So you're spending an exorbitant amount of time putting that armor in there. And if we had trouble with anything like there, it had trouble fitting. We have a seam here. Well, I think what I'm guessing, since that seam didn't open up here when I pushed the top of it, that's going to be pushed together when we put the armor on top of there. That's what I'm guessing. Then we have these little nodules here. Let's get going here because this might be a long stream. Okay, here we go. This should once we get the skeleton gray parts on there, we can start putting the armor on. This is gonna be a big horse. Okay, so we have here, we don't want to get confused between the front parts and the back. The front parts, okay, that's the front parts. This is the front part. Okay. So we have two parts we're going to use. One. You got it. And if they're a little stiff, like I said, okay, that's going to move out like that. And if it's a little stiff, we got the grease. And don't worry about this. I have a feeling that it's gonna come together when we put the saddle on. So I guess that's okay for now because it's not the nubs that are in the way. Don't worry about the nubs either. They just disappear when you put the armor on. So there's no harm at all. No foul, no harm. Okay, so we have the holes like this, and we put this guy at the bottom. That fits in there like that. That's going to come out. That's going to extend out. So we got to make sure that's nice and taut in there. And it doesn't really say. Looks like the short end goes there. And this goes, yeah, the short end. And this goes right like this. And it's a tight fit, like you would. Okay. That's going to be where that neck goes in. Okay, so now we put this on top here, and we make sure this middle part, make sure it goes on there. This has to go in here like this. It's got to go like, wait a minute, no it doesn't. Doopy doopy doo. Let me try the other side here. Just kind of dry fit it a little bit. It's got to go together like that around the skeleton. Okay. So what we'll do is no, that won't work. That bottom peg. Okay, that's the back side. Are you supposed to remove this? It didn't say to remove the screw. Let me see. Does it say to remove the screw? No. Uh-oh. I had it upside down. Let's see. There it goes. I had it upside down. Now, is that supposed to move up and down? Yeah, it really got to snap into place. Oh, there it goes. Just what I thought. It's closed that seam. There you go. Yeah, this is the front part. I got all that up. Now we do the back part. Okay. This is pretty, so far this is pretty easy. And that goes in here. And then we just put this bad boy on the back there. And just like that, the seam is gone. Just exactly what I said. Okay, so now the armor. So we got the body, and you can see the armor is a whole shitload of armor that goes there. Look at all those slots. So it's going to be completely covered in armor. Okay, so now, look at that. That's a big thing. Pretty heavy, too. Okay, so... So now the tedious part where we have to where we have to put all the armor on. Whoa, fun. And you don't have to wear nubs. Who cares about the nubs? You don't have to get rid of those. Only if they're visible, because none of this is going to be visible at all. This is completely hidden by armor. Tons and tons of armor. Okay, that later comes out there. Okay, and we got the tail. Okay, so what are we doing? I just said. Let's get all these parts over here. So we got the light gray, which will be the base. Covered by the... So let's separate these by light gray. Then we got blues. Lots of blues. We got that. That's later. Tons of light gray stuff. Here's a white that goes with that. This is a neutral gray. Already pre-painted, don't have to do anything. Okay, so we have this. We need the neutral gray. We need 2 of those neutral gray. So I found those very quick. Let's separate. Okay, and that's gonna go on the back, obviously. And you can tell there's more slots available. That means exactly what I said it means. Okay, so now let's put this part on here. Okay. Now that's gonna fit right alongside there. Oh no. Oh, right down there? Yeah, there it goes. So we have the skeleton gray color. Really push that in there. And there will be no need to put any more armor on there. It's pretty much done. Of course, you probably could paint that dark gray in there. Maybe do a little paint. Okay, so this is going to follow the same pattern as before. Follow the contours. Really now? That looks fit, but then look underneath there. The same thing with the other side. Okay, I guess they don't care because they figure no one's going to see that anyway. It's going to be covered by this armor here. Okay. Alrighty. This is obviously the armor. Let me get all these pieces out. God damn. Look at all this armor. We'll just throw it on the instructions like worry about it later. All right, let's do this thing. Let's see. Okay. And then we have the saddle and the tail. Anything else in there? Okay, cool. So now what do we need? Now we need oh, we need this part. Okay, there we go. So this is gonna go with over the next to the dark gray. Okay, like that. And that should go right there. Oh, there it goes. Yep. Yep, that goes right around. And don't worry about this. I mean, let me get the clippers. Don't worry about it. I'm going to cut that part anyway. I don't know how I missed that. There you go. There it goes. Okay. That should be flush in there. Okay, so now we're gonna put the what are those? These things? Yeah, there they are. Where's the other one? That should be a dark gray. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay, that goes. Okay. There it goes. Yep. All the nubs just disappear. Okay, nice. Okay, the next part. Now, we don't need to remove that. So we have the top part for where the saddle goes. Yeah, right over there. Okay. And then we have this MB4. We're going to put that on. That's not an MB4. It's a small piece. Gold. Ah, here we go. No, it's not. Da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. MB4. Could that be it? No, no. We put that on top. MB4. That's a big peg. Oh, here we go. Here it is right there. Yeah, I was going to say it's a big peg. It just goes right in there. Covered up. All right. This better go fast. I'm worried about the ending though, putting the legs in and the head. I'm worried about that. As always. Okay, so now we have these outer parts. Okay, that's one. That's two of those. No. 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 Okay, that goes on the outside. Yeah, that goes right over here. Right? There it goes. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. And then we have that should look good. That thing looks like. Then we have the other side points. That's 1, 2. Okay. So now we stick. Looks like we stick this on first. And that should go right up. Oh no, we gotta go that way. Okay. Oh really? Okay. Huh? that, correct? Do I have any other? No, no. Don't need that. Don't need that. That's. Those are side pieces. That's on the top. These are top pieces. This is a side piece. This is another side piece. Oh, is that go? Huh? Like that? Ooh. That goes in there like that? Really? Yeah, I guess that goes in. Yeah, there it goes. Wow, okay. Man, I got the nice dark gray underneath there. Okay, do the other side. And this goes like that. That fits in just like that. Some people thought maybe this is like be kit of the year or something in 24. I don't think so. I'll just talk about some of the. Of course, I talk about the positive. There's a lot of positive, but also talk about the negative at the end. Okay, so we're done with that. Move that aside. Okay, so now we do the fun part. Where we stick all that blue stuff on there. Don't worry about the gold or anything. Let's get all our blue parts. Blue and gold. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's three. And then there's this. And that. There we go. Okay, so we'll start at the top. We'll start with these. Work our way down. Okay. And that should go at the very top. It should follow the contours. No problem. You can see how that works. Okay, now we start with the biggest. And we start with the baddest. There you go. Medium sized. Okay. I guess they're not really worried about the small size yet. This is going to go on the back of the horse. I guess we worried about that later. There's still more armor to put on there. Okay. So now we have, this is the underside. And this is going to go right over there. I guess you tickle the horse, maybe? Okay, we're still dealing with the underside. So we got some more of this gray. We got that. We got that. And we got that. That's it. Okay. Okay, right like that. Oops. Shit. That's okay, it's just a fingernail. Well, so far, this is the easiest part of the model. The horse. Okay. So we're still dealing with the underside. We got a couple of those. And we have no, that's not it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is dealing with that. Oh, we have to do. Okay. Ah, here we go. Okay, so we have that. That's in the middle. And then we have this. Okay. There you go. Push that in there like that. Okay. Nice. We got that on there. Then we got this. There. No problem. I think we're done. Yeah, we're done with the underside. I don't see any more slots that you can put more armor on. I see more side armor that can be put on, but nothing else. No, that's it. Just layers on layers. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of armor on that one. This only has a couple. Okay, so now we're getting close to being finishing here. Now we're gonna do the morning sequence. So we're gonna be going backwards. And we need those. We need those two, and we need that. So the sequence is number 1 right here. That fits there. That's the first one. That's great. No painting required on this. No detailing. 2. That goes right around. That goes right around the edge. Nice. Yeah, I knew this would be mostly easy doing this horse. The hard part is going to be the legs. Okay, there we go. We got it. Now we have to put the body aside. So far, that's what we've done. We still got ways to go here. Got to put the saddle on there. There's still some more armor that needs to be put on here and here. And we're almost done. We're getting close. And then we can put the stand together. Okay. So far, we need... I think we need that one. I don't think we need that dark gray thing. Let me get some of these top parts here and sort them out. Oh, those are side pieces. These are top pieces. That's front piece. These are all side pieces. This is the front piece. This is going to go dangling in front of the guy. Okay. Okay, we got more side pieces. More side pieces. Blue, gold. Okay. I think I got all the top parts. Okay. So now we have this needs to go on this. Oh, we reversed that. Okay. Because those parts here are going to go inside. Like that. Okay. No problem. And doesn't really leave anything to the imagination. Okay, so we did this part. That's 11/16. Now we're going to do some more. We got blue and we have a small diamond. Here's a big diamond. Well, which diamond did we use? And this goes somewhere. Where's the other one of those? We need 2 of those. Oh, there's the other one. Yeah, we need 2 of those. That goes there like that. Okay. So, this diamond is going to be... like that. Okay, so the tall part... Is the tall part supposed to go towards the back? And there it goes. Okay. Ooh. So now we got that. Okay, that's for later. And this is gonna go here. Yeah, that's gonna go right over there like that. Warning sequence. There. Okay. Got that. Now we go to the next page. Now we put... Aha. Okay. So now we put... this is backwards. So now we put the thing we just put together. And that should go... That should go right like that. Right in the holes. And just like that, just like I said, it covers up the nubs, or noobs, covers them up completely, and you've got, okay, so now the back part here, we have this little part. Well, it's not in there. Let's see, I got that. We'll put this armor. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me just put this out of the way here, since we're almost done. Well, this is going a lot faster than I thought. Okay. Then we do the stand. Okay. So this is facing down. This is going in here like this. There. Just like that. All right. Yep, everything fit nicely. That fit more nice. That had a nicer fit than the Macross model I did. That thing was just a disaster. Okay, so now they want us to put the front legs on. Okay, here we go. Here's one leg. Okay, there's one leg. Okay. Put them up like that. Let's get the other leg. Man, this is going to be heavy. Just what I feared. Gotta be careful. There. Okay, wow, that is heavy. Oh, that is really heavy now. Okay. So we got the front legs on. Let's move this up here like that. And you can bend these if you like. There you go. There. Hopefully he's not top heavy, so top heavy that he falls off the stand. No, that's really okay there. Holy crap, that thing is heavy. Okay, so let's gather up all our parts here that we put away hastily. Let me put this guy over here because that is very heavy. Okay, almost done. We got side parts, more side parts, more side parts, more side parts. We got top parts. We got dangling parts. Okay, so now okay. So obviously there, that's going to go on the top part. There you go. And then you have, oh, we got that. Oh no, we just put this on. Okay. Oh, Larry, you put this on. It should no. This is correct. There you go. Oh, that really fit in nicely. Okay. So we do that 2 times. There's one part. And we do this again backwards. Okay. All right. Oh no, that should go like this. Yeah, that should fit in there just like that. Okay. So I got those 2 sides. And now we put it on the side of the horse. Like that. That should fit. Okay, that should fit into the... There it goes. Oh, that's it. Okay. We still have a couple of more things to go. Uh-oh. That's sort of popping out. That's not really going in all the... Huh? Oh, that's fitting, but that's not really fitting all the way around. We still have this. Oh no, that goes around the final part. What's this? Oh no. Okay, that goes together. What is the... Okay, so he has the front part. Well, that's as far as it goes. It won't... The rest of the part goes in there. And the head's gonna cover this. Let's see. Yeah, the head is gonna go over that. Like that. It's gonna go over this hole like that. And we have the front part, which is going to go... Oh, yeah, you can pull that out. There, okay. That's difficult. It's a little difficult to get that guy out. Let's get the pliers out and see if we can pull that out a little. Okay. There. That was a little bit hard to get that out. Now, let's see. Got a little cold. All right. Okay, I want to see that go a little forward. Okay, so we have the saddle that goes on top of there. Okay, and that's it. Then we just do the stand. Oh, man. Really? That's going to go in the back? Is that really going to stand on there? I'm kind of worried about that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's probably top heavy. It's probably gonna... Maybe the legs will stabilize it. We'll see. Okay, let me put this aside here since we don't have to worry about the saddle or anything yet. Let's do this part. Okay, so we got this, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter which way this goes. Okay. Let's put this on first. And then we'll put the like that. Just like we did with the character, the main character. That fits in like that. Okay, now we have to put oh, right, okay. Fun. Okay, and now we can put the oh, okay, that goes around there like that. Okay, and now we're gonna put the emerald pieces. Let's try the other side. Yeah, maybe that'll. Huh? No. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And this is the last part. There. Whoop. No. There, got it. Okay. And now we don't put that on yet. They want us to put the hind legs on. Shit. And the head. Well, let's do the hind legs first. Oh, dear God. This is what I'm worried about here. Okay, there's one. Yeah, this is about the size of the woolly mammoth model. Be very careful. Holy crap. That's a tight fit. Okay, so now now the fun part. I can move him like wow. it's still stiff. Okay. Go in all the way. All right, now we put the head on. Braking time. Now this is a big plastic thing. Shit. Ah, there it goes. No way. It did. It fit right over the part. Excellent. Nice. Well, there's the horse. We just have to put his tail on. What am I doing here? Okay, that saddle goes on top. Okay. Let's remove that. Okay, so we just got to put the... Let's put the tail on next. And we need a pin. We have 2 pins. Oh, we need the light blue pin. Oh. Okay, so we need to put the pin. Gotta be facing. Oh, I see. Huh? Oh, there it goes. Okay. And that's it. Oh. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Kind of hollow. Cheap. Yeah, it's a bit, the tail is a bit hollow. I don't know if I like this hollow. I might want to fill it with something like a... Okay. Now... There. You just kind of push that back up. There you go. Why is it not hanging? Oh, I see what happened. Okay, there you go. Now he's hanging. Well, there you go. There's the horse. And when I just got to put the saddle on. And we do the stand. Oh, God. Okay. The part I'm worried about there. Okay, you can kind of move his tail like that. He's got to stick that thing up his ass right here. Okay, let's get these parts out. There's lots of little parts here. And I'll put this little back piece over here. And that's it. Let me go do the stand. And we'll be finished with this. I'm sure it will look really nice. Already put that on there. Oh, okay. Let's take this off. Why did I do that? I don't want that. Wait a minute. The legs aren't pushed in. Wait a minute. Whoa, buddy. What am I supposed to... Ah, did I put that in there? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh, that was easy to pull out. They thought... Okay. Let's put that on top, because I'm not going to put the guy on top of there. That's just... It doesn't look good. There you go. And we'll just leave them like this. I think that looks fine. This isn't Kid of the Year. Nah. I disagree with that. It's a good kit, but it ain't no Kit of the Year. Okay, so now let's do the stand. I'll put the extra pieces over there. And now I'm really worried about the stand. If it's going to even work at all. Alright, let's finish this damn thing. Yeah, the stand's going to go in front of that guy. The other guy. The same guy. Okay, we need 2 of those. And we need that. There's the thing. Need 2 of those. DT. Oh, those are those metal parts. I end up needing those metal parts, don't I? Because we need those metal parts in there. You tell me I didn't bring the metal parts? No, I didn't bring them. Why didn't I bring them? So I need those parts. What the? I thought I brought everything. Well, I'm going to have to go upstairs and get those. DT4. That's weird. Didn't I bring it? Okay, I'll be right back. Shit. There. Here they are. Okay. We got all the parts now. Sorry, I don't know how I didn't think I needed those. We're almost done. We have what we've been going for about an hour. DT3. What the heck is DT? I don't, what? There is no, there's MT1, there's that. Huh? I don't have DT7. Oh no, screws. Yeah, I do. Holy crap. I really didn't think we were going to need all those. There they are. There's a little shitty screwdriver. Okay. Ionic alloy skeleton. There. Okay. I didn't think you need that. All right, let's see. So installation. There it goes. There it goes. Now they want me to screw this in. Please use screwdriver, it says, to twist on. They're not magnetized. It's not a magnetized screw driver. Ah. There it is. We use that little cover for. Oh man, it's really hard to screw that in it because the handle's so small. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Okay. Why no cover for the bottom screw? Okay, let me see something here. What part goes in? Oh, that fits. Never mind. That we just went to kindergarten level right there. Okay. Why is there two? Really? That goes at, oh, that's gonna, oh, shit. So thanks for telling us afterwards that we're gonna put this together. I should have checked that. Damn it. So that's why we need these things. So let's put that together. Let's move this damn thing out of the way. This abomination. So we do need this guy right here. Let me get him out very carefully. And that's going to go... Whoa! His hand came off again. That's going to go right like that behind him. Okay. So let me put his hand back in. Oh, there's that piece. I was looking for this. Okay, so we're going to clip this on. That's going to go upside down. It's going to go right like that. Hmm. Oh, what? That's gonna go like that? Shit. Crap, I knew we'd run into a problem. Let's see if we can do this. Okay. Yay. Okay, we did it. think we did. God damn it. Hand. Okay. So let me fix the hand again. This hand just keeps falling off. Thing of this lance. The lance is a bit top heavy, like I said last week. Okay. All right. Okay. Now that we have fun with that, what are we doing next? Okay. Well, that's got to go this way. Hopefully I can tilt that way like this so I can get the horse on there. That's going to be a problem. Fuck. I got to think about that. Okay. So now we stick this part together. Okay, that's the base. That is the base. Make sure that's going in right. Yeah, there it goes. I want to make sure that's tilted away. Shit. Okay, this is going to be very difficult. Got to go that way. Huh? How is that kind of guy going in there like this? I have to push his skirt down like that. To move his hair out of the way. And that's going to go like that. I guess the horse could be facing the other direction. Yeah, we're going to be facing that way. Okay. Okay, now that we finished that, now we have to do this. And we're all done. We just have to stick the shit together. Okay, we got the trigger. Now it's the locking mechanism. Okay, what are we doing? What the? Oh, there it is. Oh, there's the locking. Really now? And we put the locking mechanism right here. Goes right in there. And that goes right above that. Okay. Let me squeeze that together so it's come on. Ah. Okay, I got it. Okay, so now this is going to fit in here. That's going to go like that. What? He has a stand. So I can only go like this way. How am I going to do this? Can I fit him in there too? Why can I fit? Yeah, I'm supposed to. And that's it. We're finished, but this thing. Move this out of the way. Kind of crowded in there. What? Oh. I get it. Can I put both people on the stand there? Shit. I won't be able to put both of them on there? I thought I could. So I guess that's supposed to be facing the front. But I can't. Damn it. What? There's two. So, how am I going to do this? How the fuck am I supposed to do this? That has to be facing the other direction. And then, okay, how am I supposed to take this guy off? Oh my goodness. I don't think I can get this guy off now. I want to get him off the stand. Shit. Okay, he came off easy. Now, let's do this right now. Without him falling over. There. Okay. So now... let's try this again. And it's supposed to go in there like this. Okay. The horsey. They want it like that. Oh, I can't put both of them on there. Okay, so I guess we can only put one character on there. So let's put the horse on there. Okay, so the horsey... okay, this is for the character. They don't give you two different stands. They just give you one big stand. I thought they would give you two separate stands for each character. Okay, that fit in nice and snug. And now... there you go. We unlock, provide weight assistance. There, okay. And now we put the horse on there. So I guess the... okay, all right. I didn't know he was being held up by that. What? Again? Which side is that on? Oh, that one. You stay right there. There you go. Wait a minute, which way does he go on there? Okay, he's gonna go on that way. Like that. Okay, like that. Going backwards. Shit. Okay, well, Horsey's tail doesn't want to stick on. There it goes. Why did Horsey's tail pop off? Okay, there it is. I'm not going to touch it anymore. It's finished. I'll just put it. I guess the guy doesn't have his own stand. I thought he had his own stand. Well, there it is. That's the final thing. I don't know if you can see that or not. I mean, I don't know if I can move the camera down or anything. I wish I had one of those remote control thingies for the camera, but I'll take a picture of it and share it on my X account. My X account is Eric Thorson, Eric space Thorson, ERIC space THORSON. Go to my X account. You see a picture of me playing guitar, and I'll take a picture of this, and then you can go to X and check out the picture of it. That's it. It's complete. The horse and the Legend of the Star General is all finished. Now, for my critique and review of it. The final assembly, yeah, it looks good. Lots of armor. And the thing about it is that, yeah, it looks really good. Very hyper stylized. It's very impressive. It's heavy too. The horse is heavy because lots of metal alloy skeletal parts. But it's kind of like, I mean, I look at it and I go, okay, that's it. I mean, it's, you can move it kind of. The problem with moving it, the armature is stiff, even when I apply the grease to it. And it's still really tight to bend. So I don't want to bend it anymore. I think I'll just leave it the way it is. I don't want to touch it. I sure as heck was not going to put the guy on top of the horse, the Legend of the Star General, because you have to, his legs have to be spread and bent, and I don't want to do that because it's very stiff, and I'm afraid I might break something. So the good points are that, yes, it's very hyper stylized. The gradient color looks nice with the dark gray, skeleton gray, and then neutral gray, and then the light gray. Good gradient style. And the critique I have of this kit is that have you saw some of the parts didn't really stick on and stay on, like his hand, especially the hand holding the lance or whatever, the sword. It just falls off. It's fallen off several times, and the piece down by the ankle fell off. Another part of that is that the horse's hooves, the armor that goes around the hooves, didn't quite fit on there correctly. It was very difficult to get that on there, and I think I broke one of the pegs. And I was fortunate enough to finally get them on there around the metal part, because that's the thing. The plastic armor goes around the metal part, and that's kind of not very flexible. But the plastic part is flexible, but the metal part it goes around, the foundation, isn't very flexible. So you can't really shave the metal part to make sure it fits on. I had trouble fitting that armor on. It just didn't meet. It took me a long time to get that part on there. You can go back and watch that stream from last week. So besides the parts that don't really fit around, like some of the parts around the Star General guy, I think his legs, it didn't quite fit around the leg, the light blue plastic. It had trouble with that. But I think once I got the other armor on top of that armor pieces, it stuck in place, but it was just what didn't really fit around the leg very well. Besides the pieces falling off and the hoof part I had trouble with. And also the fact that the stand is only, you can either just put the horse on the stand or use one stand to put the Legend of the Star General on there. I was disappointed. I thought maybe you could put both on the stands. So there was no stand included for him. Yeah, so you have to take one without the other. Either you have to use the stand that he would go on together with the horse, and the horse can only use the stand, which I would prefer. I would recommend putting the horse on the stand because his legs and his hooves, I don't want to move them, because last time when I moved the hoof, the plastic armor around it popped off. So I'm not going to touch it anymore. I guess you can just leave the guy standing, and the only option is, of course, you can remove this armor of the saddle and put him on top, but I'm not going to do that. He probably wouldn't fit right anyway. No way. I'm not going to touch that. Now, as far as the paint goes, there's no painting required for this model at all. Nothing. That's it. I mean, you get at least two different gradients of gray and blue. The general guy, he gets a lot of dark blue, medium blue, and light blue gradients. He doesn't get much. He gets mostly the gray, the light gray, neutral gray, and then the dark gray. That's the thing. You don't need to paint it. It's done. And it pretty much matches what's on the box. I don't see anything different. No, it pretty much matches to the T. It leaves, as far as painting goes, it leaves nothing to the imagination at all. It's done. As far as like nubs go, don't even worry about most of those. I mean, most of them aren't even exposed. For the most part, the seams will get automatically, as far as the seams go, the seams will get automatically pushed together when you put an armor on top of it. So like I don't even notice the nubs. I see like maybe one, just doing a cursory glance. But other than that, I mean, you don't really need to worry too much about it because you got the armor on top of armor on top of armor. It's like at least 3 or layers of armor or 4 layers of armor in some cases. And So yeah, the seams, they kind of disappear when you put the armor on top of it. And then the nubs, not really much. You don't have to worry too much. Try to careful when you clip the parts from the runners. Make sure it's a nice clean cut, because some of these parts have to fit very tight and snug. So yeah, be careful with that when you do it. Of course, like any of these models. But like the guy, I don't see any nubs. They're all gone. There's no nubs on there at all. Overall, I probably give this. I wouldn't say this is kid of the year. I wouldn't say that because of that. The biggest negative, it just leaves nothing to the imagination. It's like there's not more you can say or do about it. It looks nice. It's very hyper stylized. Lots of layer of armor. So what it makes up for in layers of armor, it makes it lack of painting. Yeah, you don't need a. Yeah, the stock paint that the parts are molded in are fine. You don't need to do anything. As opposed to other model kits with a stock, like one of the Gundam models I did. It's supposed to be like a blue, like a dark blue, almost like a purple, but it ends up looking like a dark brown. So in that case, you want to prime the pieces and choose a nice dark blue to match the cover of the on the box or inside the instructions. Usually the instructions will give an illustration. The instructions are very clear. I like the instructions because each part, there's some examples of each part you have to do, like, for example, the head usually first. It tells you what parts you need, and it'll say the colors. I would suggest reading ahead the instructions. There are some parts that you may need or not need. Like, for example, if you're going to mount the guy on the horse, you might want to not put that piece under his ass. You might just say, okay, I don't need that piece because I'm going to put him on the horse. There are things like that. Look ahead, because sometimes it'll require like disassembly. In case of mounting. So be careful with that. So you don't want to have to put that on, and then later on the instructions you look and say, oh no, I got to take that part off. And sometimes it's very hard to get, like, that part that's up his ass right there. It's very hard to pull that piece off with like a pair of pliers or tweezers. You can't do it with tweezers because the edges of these pieces are very sharp. So it's very difficult to push the pieces together, and because they're so sharp, it's also very difficult to take the piece out. It's very jagged, and it really, when you push the pieces together, it really digs into your skin. It doesn't feel good at all. It really is, especially when the pieces like the pegs on here are very tight when they fit into the hole, and that's very difficult to push the leg into the hole because of the jagged pieces are like digging into your fingers. You're like really trying to push that in there, and you saw me struggle with this as compared to other videos that don't show the struggle. So back to the instructions. They make pretty clear how to cut the pieces, how to cut from the runners, how to cut normal parts. So it gives pretty good instructions on that. And also it shows what parts you need, what runners you need for each section of the body, which is good. Compared to the other kit I'm going to be doing starting next week, it doesn't show that. You have to really look at the details of the instructions to figure out what you need. But I like that clarity. The illustrations, again, mostly added up to the parts. Sometimes the parts didn't really match the illustration. That's annoying. That's really annoying. They don't give when the model is finished. Number one, the instructions does not give any backstory of who this character is. You'd have to go look at up. And we saw what, I showed you on one of the streams what this was animation. Well, actually it's from a manga, Chinese manga. But it doesn't say the story. Usually like Gundam, Gunpla would have like a story. There's no story here. This is it. This is the only representation of the model inside when it's finished. And that's the other negative about the instructions, is that when they finish a completed part, they don't show it in color, what it's supposed to look like, and what possible paint scheme you can do. It doesn't show that. It just shows in black and white what the finished product looks like first. And then when you're finished doing it, it doesn't show what it looks like at the end. It's kind of like, that's it. There's no picture. I like it when they have like a picture of what it looked like supposed to end, like different angles, like the front. Like kind of helpful for painting scheme. This said it was like 16 plus. I could see a 12-year-old doing this. Yeah, because it isn't. The other negative about this is that once you figure out how they layer the armor on top of armor, you can just look at the parts and just look at all the little slots. And you can kind of guess where the pieces go, and just it kind of follows the contour. You don't really look at the instructions very much. So there's a lot of that. It makes it very easy. And once you get used to the system, how it works with the slots, putting the pieces in the slots, it's easy. It's a cakewalk because you understand it. You just look at the part and go, oh, look at all these slots here. I think that goes there. You can just kind of guess where that goes. So the system is very easy to understand. Once you get the hang of it, you can breeze through the kit, except for minor problems. I don't know. I mean, I never done any other kits by High Play, the motor nuclear Chinese company. They have a lot of new releases coming up too. They have a good Mazing Kaiser coming up. And there's coming up this month, I think at the end of this month, there's a lot of releases. One's with another kind of like a Star General, different looking character, but with like a lion or a tiger. Another one has a unicorn. So they got a lot of different releases coming up, and it'd be interesting to see. And I bet you anything it follows the same format as the other ones. Yeah. So I give this kit about a 6. Yeah. Based on what I just said there, the fact that it's just that leaves nothing to the imagination. You're done. That's the negative. Usually with like Gunpla or any like the Good Smile Company model kits, they leave it open to you so you can customize it. Any of the Gundam kits, where it's a real grade, perfect grade, whatever, that leaves you something you can do. You can shape it, you can sculpt it, you can paint it however scheme you want. You can do dry brushing, whatever. This is just like it's done. No dry brushing required. Yeah, it's just kind of pristine, perfect, very hyper stylized. And but yeah, when you push the pieces together, because it's so jagged edges everywhere, that stuff digs into your fingers. It hurts. It's not fun when you push them together. It doesn't have that same feel that you have when you do like a standard Gundam model. When you push that armor around the arm together, it snaps together. This is like sometimes the snapping part, that when it snapped together, mostly wasn't satisfying because of the jagged edges, and also it wasn't satisfying because it didn't really like snap in. Very rarely did it snap together like a really good thing. But overall, I mean, it looks nice, but I give it about a 6. Yeah, it's not like definitely not model kit of the year. No way. There's other models coming up, and there's other companies that make models that probably do a better job than what they did here with the paint scheme, the gradient. It just leaves like, that's it. You're done. I mean, it's like, I don't need to paint it. That's about it. Okay, that's all. I hope you enjoyed this week's stream, and go check out my other videos. I publish another video every week, usually political philosophy one. And then next week I'll start a new kit, but this time I'm going to be painting it, and I'm going to have to work at removing the nubs and everything. So it's going to be more work on that one compared to this one. This is just pretty much snap, and you're done. And that's it. Okay, but just one last thing about the armature, the metal armature. Make sure you use some grease. I have that grease, I showed you it. Put a little bit on there so it kind of has a little easier to bend. Because if you're going to, after you put the plastic armor all over its armature there, you want to bend it and shape it. It's going to be very difficult if the armature is tight, and it is tight. One last thing. They give you a screwdriver. This little piece of shit right here. Look at this little thing. You might as well just use your own screwdriver. If you have a set, just use this. I mean, don't use this at all. It includes in the kit. It's nice. I'm glad they included it, but it's too small. The handle is too small. It's very slippery. It doesn't have grip. So you're trying to tighten it and always slipping through your fingers. I don't like that at all. Just throw this thing out and use a, I'll throw it in the box right there. I'll just use my own screwdriver set. Professional. All right, so that's it. Thanks for coming out, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Do the usual. Share this out. Clip it if you like. I don't care. Clip me out of context. I don't care. Post it anywhere you like. You can steal the video, re-upload it, whatever you want. It helps me. It promotes the channel. Good. And if you want to give me positive, likes or negative, go ahead. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make any difference to me. Yeah. If you don't like what I said, go ahead. Thumb it down. I don't care. Thumb it up. Thumb it sideways. Doesn't make any difference to me. Well, that's activity. So it draws more people to the channel. Doesn't matter. All right. So have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.